everyone, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to Nina's Chelsea Corner. If you're new round here, I just got back from Stamford Bridge after a 0-0 draw to Crystal Palace at home in our opening fixture of this year's Premier League campaign. Pretty underwhelming, I must say, because of the expectations we had heading into it. So much excitement this summer. We were Club World Cup champions and it just felt like things had clicked. However, I don't think this game unravels what we have set out and what we're working on here. So while it wasn't the best game to watch and there were some worrying factors in it, there were also some signs of promise, and those are the ones we're going to try and focus on here. It's the first game of the season. We have literally not stopped, guys. We have had such a busy summer. These players have been working their socks off, and I don't think it's crazy to say that maybe we just run out of a little bit of steam. Some of the players didn't look too fit and it just felt a little bit sluggish on the opening day. Hopefully though, this is just the start of something really better in the future, because yeah, not great. But welcome to the channel if you're new around here. If you enjoyed this video, then please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel to stick around for more content like this. Thank you so much for all your support. It was really nice to hear from some of you and see some of you today, so thank you so much. But yeah, let's get straight into it. I do want to start off by giving Crystal Palace the flowers and the credit they deserve for this game today. They've been pretty good themselves and they've been on an unbeaten streak for 10 games. They were just crowned Community Shield champions, FA Cup champions, and they beat Liverpool and Man City to do so. But, you know, not just that, I think there was some really great, you know, patterns of play that they had. There was a lot of intensity. I thought it was a high tempo game in many aspects at times, and the way they're coordinated is very good. So I thought they didn't make it easy for us today, but also we do have to look at ourselves and just think we were not at par today. Individually, I think you could probably pick out players like Enzo Fernandez, who just looked a little bit tired, a little bit he wasn't there really today. Cole Palmer off day, João Pedro off day. Our attack, our whole front line just pretty much looked like they couldn't coordinate anything dangerous, and I don't even think we tested Henderson today. I can't think of one moment where it did look like we were going to score. I mean, obviously there were moments and we had opportunities, but we just seemed to sky all our opportunities. And I've just made the joke that, you know, if the goal was 20 feet tall, then we probably would have won 6-0 or something like that. But, you know, jokes aside, yeah, it was pretty flat. So we lined up as expected, pretty much. Some Premier League debuts there, of course. For Chelsea, obviously, João Pedro, he's been playing over summer, but first start in the Premier League in a Chelsea shirt for him. Equally for Jamie Gittins as well, who I thought in many ways reminded me of Noni Madueke when he first arrived at the club, because there is a lot of potential there. You can see the talent and you can see what there is worth being patient for, but I think he did struggle a little bit today as well. And again, you could probably credit Crystal Palace's relentless press at times. They really just fought to take the ball off us a lot of the time, and I thought the opening kind of 10 minutes we looked really good. There were some very good attacks stringed in those opening exchanges, but after Eze scored that free kick, I think even though it was obviously ruled off, I think that really did change the game for us, and we just didn't seem the same like we did in the opening minutes of the game. So from that side of things, yeah, it was pretty underwhelming, to be honest with you. And yeah, I didn't think the referee helped either. There was a lot of stop-start with some poor calls that were made on his behalf regarding fouls, which didn't look like fouls and didn't seem like fouls. And it was just like, just let the game go on and let us play. But yeah, we just didn't seem to be with it today. Loads of times we kicked the ball out of play, or there was a cross that was just too much weight on it and it just didn't go to anyone, or it was overhit and then we were sort of passing it backwards, and yeah, it just didn't really click for us. Enzo Maresca didn't make substitutes straight away at half time. He did wait until the second half. Obviously we've seen this last season as well, where he has been very good at making changes internally, as in actually just changing and making little tweaks in the starting 11, and we come out sometimes looking better in the second half. I wouldn't say that really happened today, and the changes actually just did need to be made, really. Substitutes, of course, and it was really great to see Esteval come on. I think, again, that is a positive that you can see there, like what a player we have on our hands, the way that he dribbled. You could see he was getting doubled up on as well. And Esteval, mate, get used to it. This is how it's going to be in the Prem. But, you know, there was little intricate passes that he was just trying to make. But, yeah, there was just a lack of cohesion in our team today. And we just didn't look like the version we saw in pre-season in the Club World Cup. But again, the justification of we're pretty tired, and it's not a crazy idea to say that we maybe don't look as fit and we're a little bit tired or a little bit exhausted, but the Premier League is here and nobody's going to be waiting for us to get fit or to rest up. So we're going to have to find some ways to really navigate that, and it's up to Enzo Maresca to work out, of course. But yeah, Esteban, I thought, looked really, really good. Some of the crosses he made were decent. Just no one really on the end of crosses, because Neto, again, another player who was trying, but just, yeah, it didn't really ever lead to anything. Liam Delap, of course, came on, and I thought it's really nice that we have two sort of players there in Joao Pedro and Liam Delap who have very different qualities and very different strengths that can be utilised in different games. I think Liam Delap, when he came on, again, it was just so short. There was a couple chances there at the very end where he either just couldn't quite connect with the ball, and there was opportunities, but that is something that you can definitely see blossoming into something good, hopefully. The movement was right from him, I think. Again, it was just a combination of misfortune and just really sluggish, and also a very decent opposition that came to Stamford Bridge today, is just the truth of the matter, in my opinion. Yeah, some of the other changes, of course, we saw Josh Achimpong, who started this game, and I thought it was really refreshing to see him in the opening day of the Premier League. Of course, we know that he has a lot of talent and is really great, but that is a cause for concern I do have. I know obviously Chelsea would love to find a solution internally to our kind of defensive concerns, which is great on paper, but I don't think it's a sustainable way to approach a 38 Premier League game season when you're going to be playing Champions League games, you're going to be in domestic tournaments, etc. There is too much happening for us to rely simply on what we have internally, in my opinion. And while I think it could be all right, it's not enough. And I just think that with the ambitions we have for ourselves this season to be a little bit more competitive in the league and to actually push the likes of City, Arsenal and Liverpool, we're going to need a little bit more defensively, and I just don't think we have it. So there is still time to address it, and that's why I feel a little bit more calm in that regards. But again, it does worry me if Chelsea thinks that what we have is going to be enough this season, because God forbid one more of them gets injured, then what do we do? So yeah, while Josh, again, I don't think today solely told me that our defence is a problem. I didn't need to watch today's game. I would have told you this last week, and I have been saying that I do think we need to address the defence. It has to be done. There's just simply no other way around it, because consistency is going to be an issue. So yeah, that is going to be an area we have to look at, and it does worry me a little bit. Let me know what you guys think. Do you think we have enough there, and do you think that Chelsea are right in saying that there is enough there, and we could potentially see Hato maybe occupy a left centre-back role as well? But yeah, so my overarching emotions are, it was dull just from a personal, like, fan perspective, where it's the first game of the season, you're buzzing, there's so much excitement and you want to go watch football again, you've missed it for so long, and then it's just that. So from that side of things, that's why I'm disappointed. But from, you know, an objective view on the actual game and the wider context around Chelsea at the moment, I think it's fine. I think genuinely, if we can go and get into a bit of a winning run now after this game, just put it aside, recognise where things went wrong. But a West Ham win is needed, and we've got Fulham after that, and obviously that's again a derby that we always take very seriously and we tend to do well in. So these are the games that we just now have to pick up points in. But there is also that question where, how are we going to approach low blocks? How are we going to break them down? Crystal Palace were very, very compact. And again, they have a lot of physicality in that side. They have a lot of aerial, they have players that can play very well in the air. Like Mateta, anytime he leaped up for a ball, one-on-one, yeah, we never really managed to do much. And that's, I guess, where you miss maybe a player like Tosin, who does have better aerial ability. But yeah, overall, I thought meh, but room to improve certainly. And we know what our ceiling is now. So there is no excuse. Get fit, train, and hopefully with a little bit of recovery, we can really be on the ball again. But let me know your thoughts, guys, in the comments down below. How did you feel about it? Who impressed you? Would you go in for a centre back? Is that something that we do need to address, or do you think we have enough internally to stick it out potentially and achieve our goals without signing one? Like this video if you enjoyed it, and please hit the subscribe button if you're not subscribed already, and of course follow me on TikTok, Instagram and X. That's all linked in the description down below. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you very, very soon.